Hello friends, welcome to my channel Game of Trades. Today is 13th of May 2018 and I will be analyzing Nifty 50. But first, see the disclaimer. Whatever information you are viewing through this YouTube channel is only for educational purpose, and any trade that you wish to take upon based on any suggestions made here is entirely your responsibility, and I can't be held legally liable for your profit or loss. Now Nifty 50. So this is the chart of Nifty daily chart, and I will go into a bit detail as I have some time. This is a weekend. We will see that why we expected an up move here and why we are expecting a down move here. Now, if you remember, if you have been following my videos from last year, it is that here I was very bullish, then we had a fall. I told that I will not carry my any positions because this is a budget day. Then we had this fall, and from this I made a gap line, and I told that this gap line, until we cross it upside, we will see downside coming. And here we went bullish, and I'll see you. So we told that this is the daily demand zone, and once we reach there we should be expecting an up move. Here we had a gap down, and then from that we had been constantly moving up. Now this down move, now this can be said as A, B, C, D, E, and once E has reached, then we are seeing an up move. So this was typically a triangle formation. So though these are not contracting, the angle is not so much, but then in Elliott wave theory, we have this when we have when we will discuss corrective waves. So I will be making a series on Elliott waves where we will discussing what are motive waves, then types of motive waves, what are impulsive waves, and then what are corrective waves, what are the types of corrective wave. Now this is one of the type where we have this ABCDE pattern. Now once we had this formation and we see that it has come, also this was a daily support reason, though we pushed a bit further down, and we were expecting an up move, and this we have seen that we are constantly moving up from that point of time. So far so good, things has been going nicely. Now here somewhere I had turned bearish, and we see that from for 2 days it did not go down, but it has been steadily moving up. Then it moved down. We had this three black crows, but then a confirmation for the same did not came on the daily chart. After that, we opened at this level and we have been constantly moving down. You see this green candle, then a red candle, then a green candle, then a red candle, again a green candle. You see the alteration. You see alternate, we see green, red, green, red, green, red. Here we were constantly going up. Here we are not in that much steep movement, but slowly we see that sellers are also entering here. Let's see, time will tell. Next week, maybe mid of next week, we should get a confirmation that sellers have actually entered, and if that is the case, we will discuss the labels that I'm expecting. Then I would be expecting a steep down movement. Now what we have to see, what is important here is that this steep move is now seeming to phase out. We had this was a pullback, this is not a rally, this is simply a pullback, this is correction. We are still into the corrective mode, we have been rallying a lot, we have rallied a lot, then we are seeing correction, and this was a retracement over this correction. So this was a correction of the correction. This is uh, in the direction of the original up move, and now this correction will continue and we should be seeing downward up move, downward move coming in coming week. Now this we are also nearing an important event, that is election results declaration on 15th of May, that is Tuesday. So on Monday and Tuesday we will see extreme volatility that we have seen in Gujarat elections, that we have seen in on budget day. So things will happen. That will be the time that you have to protect your capital even more, because this is a political event, a big event, an election declaration date. So we have to safeguard our capital and profits. But in totality, I am expecting a down move. Now let's go to the retracement level. If you see this, we are somewhere, so this was a 61% retracement level, and we are currently moving upwards. I will not say that this is a comfortable level. We have been for so many days moving around that level, and possibly what I'm expecting is level of around 10,887 or 90. Let's say that 10,890 is the level. This is 0.786, that is 78.6 retracement level, which is also at times I have seen that if the movement that you are expecting does not come at 61.8 retracement, then the next level, which is 78.6 retracement level, comes to rescue. Sometimes when we are reading the charts, there are extensions that come, and those extensions, the corrective wave, when we will discuss about corrective waves, then we will talk about what are extensions and what are different patterns. We have this zigzags, we have flat. In flats also we have three types. So we have a regular flat, we have expanded flat, all those things we will discuss. But then currently we are seeing that these waves are extending. Now this is the level, that is 10,890 level is what I'm expecting, that if at all it does not mean that we are going down just now. For 2 days, that is Monday and Tuesday, volatility will be high. Expect that we would be reaching around 10,850 plus. So that is, we might see Nifty trading on these 2 days on 10,860, 70 levels. We might see 10,860, 70 odds Nifty going. Once we reach there, and after that we will see we might see that there will be some stagnancy in the price, that it might but again this will be a range bound movement. Now if Nifty does not go above 10,900, then that is the story that I'm talking about. If Nifty goes to a higher level, so we had made this high, it can go a bit higher, that discussed, that we have I just told now, that 10,850, 60, 70 levels or 80 levels it can go. But after that it will come down. This is what is my expectation. This 78.6 retracement level is where I am seeing that this will play out, this will work, and we might see Nifty coming downwards. When we will see that that is happening, that will be a steep down movement. But what if it goes against what we are talking about? Let's say that this does not happen, so then what? Then if we if we see Nifty going at 10,900 levels and sustaining for few days, that means we are going to make a new high. But that is what I am not expecting. That is, anticipating a down move. Now, we will, as I told in the start of the video, we will go a bit into detail. Let's analyze from the past what has happened. Let's go to the weekly chart. We will see what retracement has come and how long it has been there, how long the retracement has lasted. If you see this was a crash of market in 2008, right? 2008 crash happened and we see that it lasted for around 1 year. This is 2010. This also lasted for 1 year. So this was a retracement happening. We see that this was an up move, then a crash or a retracement happened, then an up move which was again a retraced, and this took 12 months. So we have seen here there was 1 year or 12 months retracement. Here also we have seen that this was 12 months retracement. Let's see again. So 2015 and 2016, so this also took 1 year retracement happening here. This was simply a dip, so we will not count. And now we are seeing, I'm expecting a similar move here. So let me make a bold statement here. I'm not expecting a new all-time high in Nifty in this year. I'm not expecting that Nifty will go up from these levels high enough that it will break last high, which was around 11,136, 37 odd. I'm not expecting that it will go to 11,000. No, I'm not even expecting that it will go to 10,900 level. I'm expecting that somewhere there at around 8. So let's say that max it can go to 10,900 levels, and from that I'm expecting a retracement to happen in Nifty. Though if you just look at it on weekly chart, this is very hard to tell. The reason being, we are seeing constantly that the green candles have come. On weekly chart, first green candle, second green candle, third, fourth, fifth, sixth one is the red candle, and seventh is the green candle. Now out of 7 candles, if 6 candles are green, and then we are expecting a down move, this does not seem very realistic, but there are calculations behind it. This gap, we have just filled this gap. This whole move, this whole pullback has come. We are trading definitely above 61% retracement level. Everything happened because this gap has to be filled. Now from this level, I'm expecting the levels I have discussed. From that we should be going down. But if 10,900 level we are able to cross and sustain, then that's a change the story. We will, if that happens, I'm not expecting that, but if that happens, then we will discuss and reanalyze the situation. Now if you go to daily chart, if you see RSI, it seems that RSI has been, this move, downward move, and then it has been constantly moving up, up and up. Then it is taking support at 60 levels, and that is where we start to think that okay, bullish momentum is on, and which is right in the case, in several cases. But here we'll say that we are going to disregard what daily is, what we are seeing on daily chart, what we are seeing in RSI movement on daily chart. We'll go to the weekly chart. On weekly chart, we see that RSI has taken resistance one time, but then after a little bit uh, coming down, it has managed to cross 60. I expect that now it will again come back into this territory and will start moving down. So next week is going to be a critical week where we'll see that a steep down move would be coming. So let's say uh, what I'm expecting is that once we reach somewhere here, I'm expecting this steep down movement here till next year. So that is March, May 2019. We should be expecting that this down move should go. Now, if you go down from these levels, so why I'm saying that? So at what I should be basically doing is till basically Jan till April. Somewhere here a bottom will form in coming days. So we have seen earlier that whatever retracement that we have seen lasts for around 12 months. Now this retracement started this January, and this the, so this retracement started in end of January actually. So let's say that the start of February, and after that we have seen Nifty going down, though this is a corrective wave, and we expect it to go down again, and this should again last for 1 year. And also be watchful that this is a year of lot of elections. We have on 15th Karnataka results coming. Then again in few months we will see MP election and a lot of other elections would be coming, and those will, I believe that the volatility will remain high, but it will not push the price action to new higher levels. If you see here, let's see that what elections are still to come. Okay, meet Katrina Kaif sisters. Why should I? Why will she meet me? I have no idea. Well, we will go for election commissions of India. And so if you have to find certain information, it's good that we go for authentic website. So if I want to know about coming elections, it's better I go to the government website, that is Election Commission of India, where they post relevant things. So that's why I have come here. I will tell you. So here it says that Karnataka elections, it has this many seats, and the tenure started here and it will end here, and that's why we have this election and results should be coming. Now Andhra Pradesh, so what I'm looking here is, so we have general elections, Lok Sabha elections next year. So our current tenure would end in May, so we will have elections somewhere maybe Feb, March or April, somewhere in between, so that uh, so government will decide that based on how it is doing in upcoming elections. So let's say that if in Karnataka elections BJP wins, and forthcoming elections also, that is MP and others, if BJP goes on winning again and again, then it is possible that we will see that election for the next year will happen early. But if BJP is losing all these elections, then possibly this will give an indication that results for BJP in next year won't be good. So they will try to push the election as late as possible so that they can remain in power as long as possible. So this is how every party does. So even BJP, or if it were Congress, they will try to do the same. So they want to remain in power as long as possible. So what I'm trying to say is how many elections that we can expect in this year before next year's general or Lok Sabha elections. So this is around that same time. So possibly this election will happen after our Lok Sabha election. So Andhra Pradesh is out. Arunachal Pradesh, since its tenure is going to end next year, January, so we will see elections for Arunachal Pradesh happening this year, maybe from October, November, December, somewhere we will have the election happening. So Arunachal Pradesh will also have election here. So this is 21, 20, this is 19. Again, Chhattisgarh election we will see happening this year somewhere in the last quarter. Then not this, not this, not this, because this is November. Again not this. So again here Karnataka. Okay, Karnataka we are already having it. So again this one. So Madhya Pradesh election, as I told, that we'll see that happening in the last quarter of this year. Then not this, not this. Meghalaya is 3, 6. No, so this already happened. Now this 18, 12. So Mizoram election also we will see happening this year. Not Nagaland, not this, not Orissa, also near about our general election. Rajasthan election will happen also this year. Sikkim election, not this. So this will be again around Lok Sabha election. So that is dicey that we will see that this year. Okay, so we found out few states, right, for which elections will happen. So this is Rajasthan. Then we found out Mizoram is going to have election. We see that Madhya Pradesh is going to see elections. Karnataka is already on the cards. Then Chhattisgarh election, and then Arunachal Pradesh. So we see that 6, 7 states are there for which election will happen this year itself. So this is going to be an eventful year, and this eventful year will keep the possibly, I mean, this is what investor would be seeing, that what is going to happen next year. Unless we see a clear thing happening, unless we see a clear majority happening for BJP in these elections, price possibly won't be going higher. And though I don't base my analysis on what is going to happen politically, but that can also be a point that we need to consider, that this is going to be an eventful year. But technically speaking, I am expecting a down move from this level around 10,880 levels, if we are able to catch on that. If we go below 10,650 levels, that's where I'm expecting, once we see a breakdown happening of 10,650 levels, then that will be a good sign that we should start building our short position. Then market will become sell on rise. Till the time, for the 2 days, what I would be doing, how we should trade that. So expect high volatility, that everybody knows. Now it is possible that we will see 50, 60 odd points that Nifty will be moving upwards. So for these 2 days, there will be a range bound movement, but steadily we would be going up at around 10,050, 60 levels is where you should square off your position. That is where you should book your profit in longs, and then you should be after that I will be looking for short positions, short signals. But for trading safely, what I will do is, as price is moving up, I will see what is happening in put. Let's go to the options data. Now options data, let me refresh. I will be looking for around 10,500 labels put. This is trading currently at 45 rupees, and if price goes around 50-60 points, I will see that what this 45 rupees is doing. So if it is going up or if it is going down. Now if it is going up with price going up, that means sellers are entering into it. Somebody is buying put with increase in nifty levels, and that is a contradiction, and that's what we have to catch. uh, let's see that how it behaved actually. If I have, I'm not sure if I have that here. So nifty 10,500 p. Okay, it is already there. Okay, now if we, let's go to the weekly chart. Weekly chart, it has been constantly going down. Okay, okay. Now on daily chart we see that it is trading below this 38% retracement. This is the extension of that. So how is this? Just 2 rupees. So if we go here, this is 37. So we see that on Friday it went it went below. Now let's go to the intraday chart, hourly chart. Hourly chart is this. Let's go to even manual 50-minute chart. Right. So we see that currently this is trading at around 45 rupees, and this is forming to just bottom. We will see that if things happen in our way, we'll see that if this goes in our way, price action as we have discussed just now. But we have to see if sellers are entering this. So if we are able to see, let's say price is going up and we see this going down, possibly at around 40 levels is where if it reaches then I will look for buying it. So once we see that it is going up, then I will be, once it has reached the level that we have discussed just now, then I will looking for buying put in nifty because I'm expecting this fall. that, so let's say I bought at around 40 rupees, so per lot that is a risk of, let's say, so 75 into 40, so that will be around, let's say, 3,000. So per lot there is a risk of 10,000 if you carry it throughout. Now let's say that we will take a risk of around 10 points, so that means per lot we are taking a risk of around 750 rupees, or even let's say if we go more, 300 more, so 1000 rupees risk we can take per lot. So that's where that's what I will be looking for, that's what I would be doing. So for first 2 days, that what I'm expecting is that we will see price moving steadily, slowly in a range bound movement, some is with through some spikes going upward. We'll be touching around 10,850 levels. That's where we will square off our long position for these 2 days. Then anyway, all the trades even for these 2 days I will be doing intraday. I will not carry on positions. Only Nifty 500 10,500 put is what I'm talking about, is I will be carrying because I have a calculated risk there. I know that my loss cannot increase more than that, so that's what I will be carrying, but nothing else. So this will be my current trade plan. I will be looking for these 2 days rainbow movement but moving up steadily. But once we reach around 10,850 levels, we'll square off that, and then we will go for 10,500 put options. We'll be buying that, we will not be shorting that. That will be a great risk. uh, so these are the current levels we should be seeing. This is going to be an eventful year. I don't anticipate any all-time high to be made this year. We will reach a bottom of this correction in first quarter of next year, and then we should be starting to see to buy some stocks or buying indices also. But if the move that I'm expecting comes, let's say mid of next week after the event, that is after the elections result declaration, then this market will become, this nifty will become sell on rise. That's what we are anticipating. Let's see if this goes in our way, and we will always trade with some calculated risk. We don't want to expose our positions too much that it's a big risk. We don't want to lose a lot. If this does not go in our way, then we know that how much loss we are going to incur. We are secured in that way. It is going to be an eventful week for first 2 days, so be careful, trade safe, protect your capital, protect your profit, keep booking your profits, because we will see a volatile day ahead. So thanks for watching. Bye for now. If you have any comments, you can put down in the comment section. Bye.